Hey guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk about a story I seen, and I thought it was interesting. I wanted to share it with you guys. See what you guys think. Leave me a comment on this one if you could. It's saying that certain cartels in Mexico now have been given the green light to supporters and people that are smuggling to shoot and possibly kill U.S. border agents. Now, this news came out a couple of days ago. I'm just now hearing about it. And I want to know what you guys feel about this. I'm going to go ahead and play this video real quick, and I'm going to come back and say a couple of things, but this is something that really needs to be paid attention to. My honest belief, I think a lot of this stuff could be fixed with the stroke of a pen, but yes, for some reason people choose to ignore the signs, even though the danger is big and it's in your face. Sometimes it makes me question, in all honesty, what is the true meaning of national security in this country? Take a look at this and we'll come back and talk about it.
We are also following new exclusive reporting from the southern border detailing the dangers Border Patrol is facing every single day. News Nation has now learned that Border Patrol is on alert after Mexican cartels have given permission to its members to shoot at U.S. agents at the border. Now, this marks a significant escalation for the ongoing battle with those cartels and their smuggling operations there. Correspondent Allie Bradley is live in Eagle Pass, Texas, with some exclusive details. Allie.
Yeah, hey, Kelly. So it's long been kind of this understanding of sorts that the Mexican cartel stays over in Mexico. They don't fire on or attack U.S. law enforcement because it's bad for business. They would be shut down, and they know it. But there has been basically a war within the Sinaloa cartel, and that prompted this alert that we actually obtained that's circulating amongst Border Patrol that shows that cartel operatives have actually been given permission to shoot at U.S. Border Patrol agents because of their response to this fighting within the Sinaloa cartel. Border Patrol's response is prompting the deployment of Mexican law enforcement, which the cartel is trying to avoid here. So this alert was kicked out by the El Paso Sector Intelligence and Operations Center. It warns agents and officers of the threat on the south side of the border. The alert reminds agents to remain cognizant of their surroundings and to approach any cartel operatives with extreme caution. Now, this just as 2 days ago, contractors working on a ranch in the Eagle Pass area of the Del Rio sector, which is where we are, reported taking on fire from the Mexican side. According to an internal memo, the workers saw several individuals in Mexico where the shots came from, but could not determine how many people were out there. There were no reported injuries in that incident. Now, we talked with Victor Avila, who is a former special agent within Homeland Security investigation, and he says law enforcement should absolutely be concerned about this recent escalation.
You see, the cartels all want access. The Gulf cartel, CDN, everyone. The number one reason they fight for these plazas is because these plazas are the corridors to enter the United States, whether California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. And that's the major fight because the Sinaloa cartel has controlled that whole area from California, Sonora, now even far west Texas and El Paso. And so that's exactly what you're seeing right now. And that's not just fighting for the plazas, but fighting for the leadership of both of these, which happens to be one cartel now basically split into two.
Those corridors, those pathways are very lucrative, Kelly. It's a $13 billion a year business that they're fighting to maintain by pushing people and drugs through those holes. Now, I have reached out to both Customs and Border Protection and Governor Abbott because those contract workers were likely building wall and fencing there on behalf of the state of Texas. I have not heard back from either of those entities, Kelly.
Wow, this is just an incredible update. Allie, we know this infighting between the Sinaloa cartel has been going on since the capture of El Mayo and one of El Chapo's sons as well. Does that threat appear to be escalating now?
Yeah, it does seem to be escalating, right? Because, again, cartel has always kind of maintained that they're staying on the south side of things. But we were just reporting on the cartel CDN using drone jammers to actually go in and intercept U.S. drones, surveillance technology and capabilities, something that is a huge devastation and detriment to the U.S. side. Now, alongside of that, they also found several IEDs and RPGs. Those are rocket launchers, basically, on the south side of the border, just across from Arizona. That, along with a slew of ammunition. So we're finding a lot of kind of military-grade weaponry just on the other side of the border, which, of course, is causing concern for law enforcement down there. Now, we did ask former President Donald Trump, when we had time to talk with him exclusively, about this escalation and about the concern. He says troops need to go in. Take a listen to that exchange.
We need a military operation. What's happening, what you're just telling me, we need a military operation. These people have become military. They're very rich. They have a lot of money. They're among the richest people probably in the world. They're very rich and they're very evil.
Now, this all comes as a former a former Mexican security operative was just busted for basically bribery, spending 38 years in jail. So we've got issues with corruption spilling over the border. And again, Kelly, you know, we were basically told by CBP, hey, it's never going to bleed over to the U.S. side of things because it's bad for business. But now we're seeing alerts saying, watch your back because it might spill over. So certainly concerning for law enforcement down here, Kelly.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's the story. And I gotta be honest, that's totally unacceptable to me. It's totally unacceptable. I'm gonna say something real quick. It seems like in the 80s, early 80s and going into the 90s, it was harder to get into the country than it is now. Hell, people are walking over here every damn day. They didn't let these people come in here. You know, all these migrants and stuff like that. And a lot of them are here for good reasons. I'm not trying to turn it into one of the things where nobody should come in this country. But I think they loosely did this situation for whatever motive they wanted to achieve. They said the reward far outrates the risk. And now look at this. They given, and this is for El Paso. So I think what city is up there near El Paso? What's that, Juarez, I think? The Mexican city across from there. I guess this is for the border patrol agents up there near whatever in El Paso. But I'm gonna say this though. Firing and them getting an alert and the government warning them means what? They know. Firing on somebody's soil from another country to try to hurt the residents and citizens there, that's just not a normal crime. That's an act of war. I don't know what they plan on doing with this situation. But the bottom line is, shouldn't happen. Now they got these patrols up there, you know, on alert and stuff like that. And it's like America want to be like, you know, the world, police the world, but like we act like we can't do nothing. We the most powerful country in the world at present time, greatest military, so on and so forth. But we act like we can't do something about somebody shooting at people on U.S. soil. Or we can't do nothing about the drugs. Or we can't do nothing about, you know, things illegally coming in here and people just coming in here when they feel like it. It's always somebody will say something. You'll go to them, you said this. Well, it's a lot more technical than that. And then there's all these different people, enough to have your head spin, and you don't know who to blame for this whole damn thing. Bottom line is this: no matter what, people are making profit off of people that they feel less than them, whether they're citizens or not. And this is just me talking, man. I mean, I ain't into politics or nothing like that, but who do you blame for this? Somebody got to take the fall for this, because somebody's responsible for it. This stuff right here was unheard of years ago. Now it's like out in the open. They said it's a $13 billion business coming over here with drugs and migrants. You don't think somebody over here is benefiting from that? $13 billion is a lot of dollars. And something that's illegal? Come on. Come on. The U.S. is just like a business. The country is ran like a business, whether you realize it or not. All of us here have value to this business or this country That's America. We pay taxes, all this other stuff. We make the economy go by working. We buy consumer goods and stuff. We all have value to an extent. But this type of shit right here, no. I think they let drugs come in here a lot of times for population control. They know it brings violence. They know people are irresponsible. And a lot of people that do drugs, a lot of times, are just looked at it as less than. They don't really contribute that much. They get high, they lay around, you know, the stupid stereotypes and stuff that's out here. And they're like, we're trying to stop it. So they put it all on the police force to grab people that already got the drugs that they're allowed to come in here. That's all I'm saying. This is a whole big shitstorm. And I'm telling you, for this whole thing to be cleaned up, and I'm dead serious, a lot of policies will have to change. A lot of people's feelings get hurt. Like me, I could never be president. I'd die before I'd make it to the inauguration. The plane would crash mysteriously because I would go after a lot of people that think they're not seen. And I wouldn't out them, but I would give new policies to where big pharma, you know, certain foods can't go past certain prices. I would put people in charge of the economy and stuff that's really reliable. And you understand what I'm saying? We all have to be goal-oriented in making America good for everybody. And I think that, you know, people that get in power, whether it's your local judges, all the way up to the president or whoever, they all have goals besides the aspiration of wanting to be in a position of power. Because you got to remember something. If you want to be a business owner, you want to be a boss, that comes with something that people that are not bosses don't have. Thus, the motivation to get to that level sometimes far outweighs the energy and the risk of losing everything to get to said position. Them people that are in the White House, in the Senate, in local law, you know, lawmakers and stuff here, they're there for a reason. And it's not always evil, but they're there for a reason. Whether they want the title of being called senator or judge, or they're there for a reason. And it's usually for their own benefit. This shit right here is crazy. Just hearing that is crazy. People don't fear America no more. And damn sure people in America don't fear the punishment. This whole thing is messed up. $13 billion being stolen from the country. And the country's, you know, being part of, coming into the country, and they're making money off of people doing stuff to the country. Money's being taken out to another country. And ain't nobody really going hard on that. $13 billion is a lot of money to lose for a country. And it seems like, come on. We got satellites that'll look down on the damn dime from space and tell you the date written on the dime, but we can't stop trucks and drugs and stuff coming through here. We can't stop a human being from walking from one part of the border to the next. It's crazy. It's like every 4 or 5 years, the whole philosophy of America changed and more smoke come over the eyes of American people. And everybody's mindset changes, and some stuff gets allowed, and some stuff that needs change gets pushed under the rug. I mean, it is what it is. This is stupid. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.